Evening everybody. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on daily sports science just during these challenging times with the coronavirus. So a few things I want to cover. First of all, we want everybody to be as safe as possible. So remember washing your hands, using hand sanitizer, social distances, stay at home obviously at all stages if possible. If you're out and about, make sure keep your social distance from people. If you have a cough or a fever or anything like that, make sure to speak to the authorities and self-isolate. Get yourself tested if needs be. And in terms of exercise, obviously things have to change massively, and we would promote, as we've been saying all over the last week, stay out of any kind of gyms, any groups, any large gatherings of people, even small gatherings of people. Just do your exercise on your own or with another person, but at a safe distance. And we're promoting that. To go along, and I would say that let's hope everybody can get through all this and get back to some sort of normality within a certain amount of months. But first and foremost, everybody's safety is the most important thing. Second thing to mention then is that all of our members who are up on our WhatsApp group, and anybody who is a member, make sure to contact me and we can add you into that. We're sending out home programs at all stages that you can complete, and they involved running sessions, aerobic sessions and home gym programs. So anything you can do without equipment and without visiting a gym, and we're sending out a weekly plan, daily plan of that. So try and continue with that. And also, of course, send that to your players. So if you're a coach, send that out to the players then, and just to keep them ticking along, keep them fit, keep them healthy, and also obviously keep them psychologically fit and well as well, just so they don't get bored or depressed or anything like that. And that's very important. Okay. Thirdly then, for any of our members who are financially struggling, if you've lost your business, if you've lost your job, anything like that, we're here to help you. Make sure you get in contact. I've said from the very beginning, and actually we're coming up to just 1 year now anniversary of this business. We've got just under 200 coaches signed up to our service, which is fantastic. And right from day one, this was a member driven business and club. I like to think of it as a club and a community of practitioners, community of coaches. So anybody who's having any trouble, get in contact with me. I said from the beginning, it's not about the money, it's not about a business per se. For me, this is my passion, this is what I love doing. I love helping people. I think people in the GA world, in sport in general, could do with getting more knowledge, more expertise, and it's my passion to help people. And the same with the other lads, Joe and Ross, Declan, Diarmid, David, all the lads who are working in this business with me. So get in contact with me please, and we can come up with some sort of plan. The most important thing for me is that you guys stay part of this club, stay part of the community. These are the kind of things that can get people through these difficult periods, staying together and chatting and helping each other. So get in contact with me. Fourthly, there are a few things that we're going to put on pause, but actually nothing that we wouldn't have been doing otherwise. So there were new initiatives, like we were just in talks with a soccer coach, a semi-professional soccer coach, about hooking them up with GPS and filming them and doing all their sessions, and then we could get the clips up on the website as well. Some people may have seen that actually there's a soccer option there on the menu who everybody will have access to. You don't pick and choose any sport, you get access to all sports. But anyway, those practices, those videos are just going to be on pause just for a short little period, and hopefully we get through this difficult period for everybody. But aside from that, the last point, and the fifth point I wanted to make, was that for us, it's business as usual. So believe it or not, we've got about a year's worth of training, drills, practices and games on video ready to go. Okay, so we've got up to a year's worth of video there that we're ready to just produce and put out, and that they will be done like they've always been done, on a week-to-week basis. And probably now we're going to ramp up things even more, because people need to see online, and that's the only way they can coach. So no need to worry about that at all. So in terms of the Gaelic football drills, practices, games, we have another full year's worth of stuff. So that will be going out there every week, and I hope you enjoy them. Aside from that then, we're quite well set up as a business or a website to maintain the standards for our members, because obviously we're an online business, and in large part some of the things that will need to be parked, like the football, is that the big conferences that we had organised. So we had brought a lot of companies on board. We're about to announce that within weeks, but we'll park that for the moment. Hopefully we'll get back to it. But a lot of other things that were online, and we interact with people. I keep saying it for the last 2 weeks. It is the people, the companies, the businesses who are adaptable, creative, and willing to be put in hard work in different ways, who will survive this, and who will go on and who will flourish. And in my mind, we are quite adaptable. We're online, so we've got our website, we've got our Facebook, our Twitter, our WhatsApp group, all of these different means to communicate with you guys, our members, over the next extended period. And we have the content. Okay, some other little things. Obviously, as we can see, the last few days, while my wife is 6 months pregnant and sitting at home and quarantined away from the world, I've been sneaking out and picking up a few little things in preparation for what we're going to be doing over the next few months. So we've prepared. So we've got our whiteboard here, we've got our little magnets. We'll run through a few tactical things and practices and drills and stuff like that. I've just bought over the other side of the room as well a new flip chart with paper, markers. We'll be running through lots of stuff like that. But also, you know, things like this, and at times like this, can be little aspects of opportunity as well. So things that we've been speaking about for the last months, myself and head of performance Ross, Joe, head of operations, and Dave, and some of the lads who've come on board with me now with this. Things like a webinar. So we're going to start running webinars and getting other expertise in and speaking to you guys. And when you're a member, you won't have to pay for stuff like that, 100%. And we might even put it out to public, we'll see. But I always want to give members more access to stuff because you've come on board with us. Also, podcasts. So we're going to start running a podcast, which will be fun. It's something I've always wanted to do. I think we've loads of stuff to talk about, so many different things that we can talk about, and a podcast I think will be interesting. Another little thing is that obviously, you know, it's DSS powered by Stat Sports, and they've come in with us in a big way. So we're getting sent over a few little athlete series pods, GPS pods, which we can fit into our vest. And what we'll do is myself and Ross will go to the local park at a nice safe distance, because I want to stay away from Ross as much as possible if I can. And we're going to run through a few little practices, locomotive stuff, max speed, change of direction, agility, and also even little skills practice for Gaelic football and maybe even for football. And we can video those things. Again, I've purchased the videoing stuff, the sound system, a lighting system, which my wife is definitely not happy with, tripods, all that kind of stuff. So we're well prepared for this eventuality. So we'll be putting out videos like that over the coming weeks, coming months. So we're kind of business as usual. And as I say, anybody who's struggling, get in contact with me, please, and we'll come to some arrangement. The other thing which we will be launching is a kind of referral buddy system. So if you can refer on your friend or family or coach or whatever, then we'll give you a part refund of your membership as well. So just keep an eye open for that as well in the coming weeks. That should be within the next kind of 2 weeks. We'll get that up and running. So that's it. I just wanted to give you an update. We'll be still putting out loads of content. In ways, actually, we'll probably be putting out even more content now because we're working from home. I've my QPR work to do. I've started into a PhD crazily as well, so that takes up a bit of my time, but it's good fun. But we've got our working days. I think we'll be putting out a lot more information and content on to DailySportsScience.com from now on. So let's stick together. There'll be loads of good stuff, and when we do go back coaching your teams, then your players, you'll be in a really good place. It's a good opportunity to do CPD and upskill and learn. There's a number of different things that I want to do, little online courses I've been meaning to do, reading around stuff that I've taken this opportunity because we've no choice. We wouldn't choose this, obviously, but we have to take it as an opportunity as well. Most of all, be safe, as listen to the authorities. My good friend, Dr. Tony Houlihan, he coached for me in Templeogue Sing Street back in the day in Dublin GA, standing on the sideline. I went over to him, his kid was 7 or something like that, and I just said to him, do you want to come in coaching? He did. Little did I know, I saw him on TV then a while later as the chief medical officer, and these guys know what they're talking about. Social distancing, self-isolation, whatever you need to do to protect yourself, protect your family, your loved ones, and especially elderly relatives or anybody with underlying issues. But remember, anybody can get this virus, anybody can end up in ICU, and we want to keep the amount of people out of hospital as much as possible, as much as we can. So stay safe. We'll be in contact soon. Contact plenty. And as always, thanks for being there with us and being our members. We really appreciate it. And let's keep it going. Okay. Thanks, guys.